See, you answered my question. My question was, is Miles Robinson as good as we think he is? Because we give up so many goals.
Well,
We
if you
keep
watch
saying,
that, you would say no.
yeah,
But I think that's only happened over the last third.
Yeah.
I've noticed
Right.
it a few times. I haven't pointed it out until now.
Mhm.
And I wanted to point it out because I was like, I thought he was just making mistakes, right? I thought he was just, misreading it. And he's just done it enough times now that I'm like, I actually think he's just over anxious to win the ball back because we give up so many goals. He's like, I can do it all.
yeah.
Right, I can go win it, and then I can save our problem and prevent those guys from getting beaten.
That he has to do it all.
Yeah, and it's like,
I mean, this is just a hypothesis. I don't know. I'm not in his head, but
no, I think it's right. I think he's probably trying to do too much. It leads to mistakes, but it also is a symptom of the other things that are going on around him, which create that frustration and kind of make him do things that he necessarily shouldn't be doing. Right. So we're going to ATL on fire. Rapid fire, Dave.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's my
practical
point.
Love it.
Does George Giacomakis win the Golden Boot next year?
Does he win the Golden Boot next year? That's a really good question. I would say it highly depends on how long Almada is here. So if Almada doesn't stay, then no. He needs someone delivering the ball to him. If Almada stays the whole year, then yes. I still think he's going to score goals regardless, but he'll score way more. Almada has assisted on a whole bunch of his goals.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's a Golden Boot winner unless Almada is here for the season.
I like that answer. It's not what I was expecting, and I like it. All right. Who is the best Atlanta United player this year, Almada or Giacomakis?
It was Almada. I mean, Giacomakis is amazing, and he certainly fit the need. We were talking, if you go way back before we signed the summer signings, we were like, we need a proven goal scorer. We were talking about, wouldn't it be great to get, not up and coming. Like I remember we said, don't go get the next 21-year-old from Argentina. Instead, go find me a guy who's scored in the leagues in Europe, even in a second division or a lower league or whatever, a guy who can consistently get you 20, 25 goals. And when they signed Gigi, we said, that's the guy. They found he's exactly who we thought we needed, right? And he turned out to be exactly the guy we needed. He's terrific.
Yeah. Okay. Good answer. All right. With Almada, if he does leave, Dave, what would you like to see, or what do you think is feasible, right? I mean, it's a pretty tall task to find another young South American with the type of potential that Almada has. I mean, I've done some research there. It's not impossible, I guess. But what would you like to see happen if he leaves in the winter transfer window?
I think there's going to be there's always this rush to, replace him, find the next thing. Right. And, obviously if they've got a guy who they think is identified and they know exactly who that is, then sure. But to me, that wouldn't be in the rush to force that. To me, you have got to solve our midfield and defense in the midfield, right? I mean, to me, this idea that some people have that Muyamba solved everything is just ludicrous, because Josetu and Muyamba are not good enough defensively, right? So I think, to me, we still need a guy. I love Muyamba playing defense in front of a true defender. I would still be looking for, and again, I would have probably been giving Sosa that chance a lot, and I would have really known whether or not he could fulfill that role. Obviously, he's gone, right? He's got to be gone. I mean, certainly if Pineda stays, he's got to be gone, right? If Pineda were to go, like if you brought me in as a coach now, I probably would say, oh, maybe I don't need to sign a guy. I would at least give Sosa a chance to prove that. Right, to say Sosa behind Muyamba and see what happens. But let's just assume that he's gone. Let's assume Pineda's staying or whatever. Then I think the number one priority is to find somebody in the middle of the field with some tactical, what's the right word? Basically, not rigidity, but some tactical cohesion, some tactical discipline. That's the word. Some tactical discipline. A guy who is consistently going to be in the right spot as soon as the ball turns over to take away an easy option.